Welcome in, y'all. Did you miss us? Welcome in to another episode of Our Sistas Keeper with your good sister Love Talk TV with and
Your girl Alec Nick giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
period. And every now and again we gotta take a break. Even if it's an impromptu one, even if it's an unplanned one. I totally had planned. I had talked to Ellie last week, y'all, and I'm so sorry. I was like, Ellie, can we do it tomorrow? I was trying. But the
You
way
was.
the way that my life had a hold of me was not turning me loose, y'all. But I did have a time. Ellie, how you feeling?
I'm doing good, and I ain't gonna let Erica take all the flack. Because she was like, sis, can we do it tomorrow? I was like, yeah. And I was like, girl, you enjoying yourself, have a ball. We can wait until next week. If there's anything that we want to talk about from this episode, we'll talk about it, but
Period.
go ahead and enjoy yourself. So I ain't gonna let her take all the blame for why we went up here last week.
I
I definitely encouraged
appreciate
her.
it.
And
And
I'm gonna let
y'all,
y'all know straight up. Anytime y'all don't see us, 99% of the time it's me telling Erica, girl, we can do it some other time.
cause
It's
what?
okay. It's me. It's me. I'm the blame. I'm the one. But yeah, yeah. They're saying it's an echo, Erica.
I don't even know how to do this. Still an echo? Test. Can y'all hear me now?
Let us know if y'all can hear Erica.
Let me pull it up on my phone. It would not be me coming back without some goddamn technical difficulties. Cause girl,
Oh, they saying you good.
is it still an echo, y'all? Is it my mic? No, my mic is on the right thing. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. Cause everything is set how it's supposed to be set. Child. Can you hear me, Ellie?
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Why is echoing now? Hold on. That's Y'all, tell me how that sound. Test, 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 test. Cause I hear it, but I don't know what that is. Turn volume down. Okay, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Cause y'all know this is gonna be a hooting and hollering kind of day. Okay, did that fix it? Turn it down. Did that help? It's still kind of an echo. It's not the worst. The reverb. Okay, you're right. It is a reverb. I don't even know. Like, I haven't changed any of the settings for that. I gotta bear with me real quick, y'all. Drop your ratings in the chat, though, while we doing this. Drop your ratings in the chat for me, pretty please. Let me see if that changes it. Drop your ratings in the chat, though, while we doing this. Ratings in the chat for me. That changes it, but then Ellie, you can't hear me. Can you hear me now, Ellie? Can you hear me now? Maybe that's gonna help. I changed my output volume on Discord. I think that's what it is. Okay, let me switch back. Okay. Test, 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 test. Does that sound better? It's me being late and the technical difficulties for me. Because Erica, get your shit together, girl. Get it together. Can't hear it. Test, 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 test. Does that sound better? No, it's still a little bit of reverb. Get it together. Let me see. I don't know, y'all. Is it the worst? Is it like the worst thing ever? Because I can't figure out what it is right now. Um. Also, Ellie, give me a test. Worst thing ever. Wait a minute, hold on. This what happened. This what happened when you take a week off. Everything get out of whack. Give me a test, Ellie. Now you're not coming in on give me another test, Ellie.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2.
Now it's worse. Y'all, I'm about to go back to what we had, because that's worse. I feel like that's worse. Can you hear me, Allie?
I hear you.
All right, y'all. We're going to have to go with this. I'm sorry. I'll have to fix the reverb later. Help us, please. I'm hoping that this is due to is due. This popping is annoying. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll figure out the reverb out next week. I promise. I promise. I feel like some stuff updated while I was gone, and I don't know what they updated, and now I gotta go in and fix it. And that's how it goes sometimes. I'm very, very sorry. Hopefully this is bearable, right? Like, I think this is bearable. You think it's good, Ellie?
Yeah.
Jamar says,
I think this is better.
You said you think it's better?
Better than what? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jamira. Yes, girl. I had to take you with me next time. Listen, I was outside. I told you I was gonna be in Baltimore, and I told you I was gonna be at Poly City game. I was at the tailgate. Poly won. Shout out to Poly. It was a time was had. I was definitely, there. I wanted to go to DC, but I didn't get a chance because so much stuff was going on. But I told y'all saw me out. Like say hey. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. Let's talk about the ratings. Let me go through those real quick. I didn't do no shout outs. I'm very sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. Finding my footing again. Mimi Loves P says, I give it a 5. Tracy B gave it a 7.5. Regia gave it a 6. Hey, Brandon. Brandon gave it a 7. Tam B gave it a 10. Okay, Karen. A 10 for Karen. Oh, the whole episode of 5, but Karen gets a 10. You know what? I love the way you think. Oh, shoot. Let me get my little, this other thing. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me turn that on real quick. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Just Danielle says 10 for Karen. Only the rest was blah. Shell Jones says 10 for Aaron putting a ring on. Hello. Jabari says 5 only for Karen. Oh my goodness, y'all are hilarious. Vaughn gave it an 8 due to Aaron and Karen. Ellie, what you rate the episode?
The episode, I give it a 5.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too.
Karen and Aaron,
they carried.
10.
They carried.
10.
They carried. Oh my gosh, they carried so good. It's like I used to pray for times like this to run like
that. For real.
Wait till y'all see my breakdown. Listen here, Kevin. Because the man you are, Aaron, yes. Baby. That was just so glorious. Their scenes, it was just so divine.
It was. It was
My
good.
God.
It was
Karen has
good.
deserved for so long, but you see her walking into the fruits of all of the labor, of the work that she has done to become this woman, and then she look how she look. They just did my heart
It
good.
was.
They did my heart good. I
I
Go ahead.
I just don't. I don't remember the last time I smiled so much.
Yes.
In an episode, I felt it gave me season 2 vibes of
Yeah.
Karen and Aaron. Like the way I felt watching them tonight, it made me feel like season 2 Karen and Aaron. And I'm using the word the scene was so good, but good is not even
It doesn't even
the
encompass
word.
it.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even describe it like everything, because even though it was the proposal, it was just so many revelations, and the fact that, and I know a woman wrote this episode, allowing Karen to express her heart
Yeah.
to Aaron. And I think one of my favorite lines was when he was like, if I'm moving too fast, even with us, let me know. And she said, there is no fast with us. It's just us. I said, take me now. Take
Deliver me,
me now. Because
Jesus.
what? I said, Karen, you better talk that. You are my
You better
person. Where you
talk,
go,
girl.
I go. Baby, let me tell you something.
Mm.
I said, I just relish in this moment
Yes.
the revelation of Karen truly not only acknowledging but embracing the fact that you deserve this love that this man has been trying to give you. And even when she was apologizing, that she was like, I know, like I've been in the way of this, and I was just like, oh, and it just the things that he said. When I look at you, I don't see grief. I don't see that. I just see you, Karen, my Karen. I said,
She said, you are my
Aaron.
person.
I said, baby, it has been a long time coming. And I am so glad that
Mm.
Karen did the work,
Yep.
that she could be receptive, to this. I'm glad that she did the work, even when they were all sitting down with Miss Marie, to come to the place of, I still do have feelings for Amy. Like, her feelings didn't go anywhere. It was just like, I'm pregnant and I refuse to deal with you and Curly Sue and whatever else you got going on. I don't need that right now. And I love that she took that time to get to the place that she needed to get to, that when he came around, or not when he came around, but when she was actually ready, that she could really be receptive of everything that Aaron wanted to give her. And I was just so grateful that we got an opportunity to see that. And for me, I think it was written in such an authentic way. I think the young lady who wrote this episode name is Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any other episodes that she's written, or I know, I think she's written before. I just don't know the episode. But I was just so grateful that it was such an authentic expression of love and just acknowledgement. And I'm just glad that we had that opportunity to see that,
Yeah.
because the other side of Allie is like, it's about damn time, because why is Zach and Fatima the only couple on this show? Like, it's overdue. It's past due. So
Mm-hmm.
I am grateful, so grateful for the moment.
And this is what some relationships look like when there is so much work to be had, right? Like you meet the perfect person at the imperfect time. And it's the navigating of the choppy waters of breaking up with who you thought that your person was to truly find out who this person was. It's you navigating the insecurities that you might face or feel um tied to like making that shift. Like people, I get, people, this person wants to stay in this person and this person want to stay in this person. The part that I struggle with, and when people look at me specifically and like, oh, you just like Karen, you just biased for Karen. Karen has given the audience a reason to stand her. They have given us a reason to lean in when it comes to the Karen character, just off the strength of her journey alone. We watched this woman navigate being in love with a boy, a terrible man, someplace that you could actually I recall being, again, I have had a Zach. I have never made no qualms about that. That is probably the thing that has hitched me to this show for so long, because I remember very vividly the season of my life when I quite literally was living the same life that Karen was living. She starts there. So in addition to navigating the wanting better for yourself, trying to figure out if you deserve better, how can you get better, all of that, right? Tied to this man, not wanting to be mistreated by this man, she also is navigating the internal struggle of the insecurity and like, okay, I want better, but do I actually deserve better? I've never actually seen better. Okay, well, let me go ahead and step out. Nope, nope, nope. Let me pull back. Let me go ahead and try to. Nope, nope, nope. Let me pull back. It's been so much when it comes to the Karen journey on this show that, again, she has just earned so much, and it's her navigating romance, it's her navigating insecurities, it's her navigating these friendships, it's her navigating her business. At every turn, she has been hit with obstacle and issue and additional and she finds a way to prevail. Whether she regresses for a moment, whether she takes 3 steps forward and 4 steps back, she has found her way to still progress by being persistent, not giving up on herself, adjusting and evolving and shifting. And it's just, to me, so true to what Black American women's lives look like as we are navigating the very many things that hit us when life be lifing. That is why you stand Karen. That is why today's episode is just the pinnacle. Because through it all, through the mistakes, through the wins, through the losses, through the fights, through the apologies that other people did not deserve that you gave anyway because you were trying to smooth things over, through you feeling less about yourself, through you feeling overconfident about yourself, through all of the stuff, she kept moving forward. And she has taken the biggest loss that we have ever seen her take in losing a child. And she has still found a way to push forward. And she is finally being rewarded in mutuality and reciprocity and genuine unconditional love because she deserves it. Child, y'all's faves can never. I'm sorry, they can't. I don't give a damn who the damn fave is. They just can't.
No, I just, and yes to all of that. Like, I'm just, I know the show is fallacy, but it feels so real.
It's
It
supposed to
felt so
though.
warm.
It's
It
fiction,
is.
but
It
this
is
is our
supposed to.
lives. They're
Yes,
supposed
it
to
is
be
supposed
depicting our
to.
lives on screen. So like, people love to talk, it's just a TV show, it's just a TV show, and yet and still you laid up with that dusty Negro. Yet and still your baby daddy's doing this goofy yet and still you doing 5 Zach. So stop. Stop.
Facts.
I done put
Facts.
on one.
It just
So
feels
what y'all not gonna do is play
good.
in my face. Y'all not gonna tell me this is
Right.
just a TV show when I know for a fact I hunched on one Zach myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hunched on a Zach adjacent. He wasn't all the way Zach, but he,
Yeah.
But yeah, it just felt so good, and I hope that it definitely gives Black women encouragement that,
Yes.
when it comes to a man and loving you throughout, as he said, the different seasons of you, because who he met is not who he has right now. And I would say the same for Karen. Even though his characteristics are the same, this is a different Aaron. This is an evolved Aaron. He's a father now. Well, he has a biological child now. And it's something that I think with Aaron, he just wanted to be loved, and I think he wanted that with Fawn, but she couldn't give him that because she was dealing with her own addictions and things of that nature. But he wanted that. And I just, and I was looking at Aaron, and when he told Karen, he was like, I just love you so much. And the smile and joy he had on his face, it made me think about when he was like, God told me you're my wife back in season 1. That's what he believed. And he has functioned as if I believe that in totality. And what you think? Oh, you pregnant about that? What you think they're going to stop me from coming around? You like what is
Yes.
you're not getting it. And I just think what we saw tonight was just so beautiful. I think even showing Karen truly understanding the order in which her family is priority over everyone, because when he made the statement, the sister's not gonna like that, and she said it's not about them.
Period.
It ain't about them. There we go, period, end of sentence. It is not about them. And that's it. And I just love how she's moving with this confidence now, moving in this assurance that right here, right now is all that matters to me. I know that sound like Lorenz Tate and Love Jones, but it's giving those vibes.
Yeah.
At this moment, and that's urgent like an M level. Like it really is. And I was just grateful, to be able, to see that, because I know some people gonna be in this particular video comments. I just want y'all to know, even though I don't review Zatima, trust and believe, baby, I didn't forget that bull ass proposal. Okay? Don't make me do a video on it. Don't make me do a video on it.
You might need it, Allie.
Because Fatima brought her ex to a date.
Hello?
Fatima brought her ex to a date to tell Zach, you don't want to lose me. You gonna regret it. And then they got engaged and it was arguing in the car within 5 minutes. So y'all gonna leave my babe proposal alone, because baby, I would drag the hell out of y'all's.
The hell alone.
It's a little sidebar.
Before we, because I feel like we're gonna go there tonight anyway, because there's plenty to still be talked about.
Oh
when
yes.
it comes to them.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give Karen and Aaron all they just desserts. I'm gonna go back to something that you just said, and you want Black women to feel empowered. That's right, right?
Mm-hmm. Empowered and encouraged.
And encouraged. Is what you said. I'm sorry. Child, I love that. Allie and Vaughn put a comment in the chat and said, Aaron never wavered or faltered. They really earned what they've gained with each other. So deserving. Love their love. It looks great on both of them. You saying you want Black women to be encouraged really stuck out, and then paired with Vaughn posting a comment in the moment that she did, because that's what it's all about. There were so many people campaigning throughout the various seasons as we watch Karen go on this up and down journey of like finding herself, re-solidifying herself, affirming herself, all of the things that she needed to do to get to where she is now, and saying that Aaron needed to drop her like a bad habit. And I hated it every step of the way, because there is little to no pushback. Maybe now there's starting to be, but there's typically little to no pushback when there's a Black woman deciding to sacrifice everything, upend everything, and ride or die for a man. But as soon as a Black man is ride or dying for a Black woman, now all of a sudden, it's too much. Go and throw in the towel. No, he saw from the beginning that this is a woman of substance. This is a woman of resources, of means, of intelligence, of beauty, of all of these things that are very valuable qualities, but she's also hit a hard road in life. She's experienced some things, and sometimes that happens because, again, life be life. And Aaron won me over because he didn't have me from the beginning, and we talk about this often on my channel, but he won me over in his persistence and in him still choosing Karen time and time again, when it was easy out for him to not choose her, when it was an easy out for him to abandon her, when it was an easy out for him to waver, because most people would, in losing sight of her potential. It's all fine and dandy when we see a Black man's potential, but when it's time to look at a Black woman who might have anger issues, or who might be struggling within friendships and not be supported, who has always been the leader and always has to take charge and never gets to sit back, and nobody gets to take care of her, so they're always in their masculinity and rarely get to be put in their feminine. We just want to discard them. But we can bend over backwards. We can go to work. We can give out the cards that don't have no job. We can do all of the things. So Aaron was just such a breath of fresh air for me, and watching him court Karen consistently, and to Vaughn's point, never wavering, never faltered, because she was always a diamond in the rough. She was always this wonderful woman who had, again, hit such hard lots in life, which not necessarily excuse some of her mistakes or some of the behavior that people would equate to being poor, but it just explains it, because nobody is damn perfect. Like, I know I've had my moments, and baby, I was a wild girl in my 20s here. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. And early 30s, I ain't even gonna hold you. Wild girl will get people together. But you live and you learn and you adjust, and Karen has always been the character, but has proven to be the character that represents the person who is ever changing and ever evolving, because ultimately she just wants to be happy. She wants to be happy, she wants to be loved, and she wants to give love. And all that we have seen over the course of these 9 seasons is her figuring out how does she do that, as she is, as she was, and as she hopes to be.
Yeah. It was chef's kiss. I was literally looking at some old episodes, specifically Karen and Aaron scenes, and I believe it was in season 5, and it was it was that moment where they went out to eat, and they went to a bar, and she left out crying, and Aaron came over, and she told him, she said, I want to want you and only you, but I feel like half of my heart is here and half of my heart, is with Zach. And I love how you were stating like the things that she has endured, throughout these seasons, and also wrestling with the fact of, I know that you're real, but I'm having a hard time believing that you're real. And that's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's something that you've never encountered. Like, I want to believe, because we remember the many times she was like, she just waiting for the other shoe to fall. She waiting for the real him to come out. I don't think anyone is this perfect or this genuine or this. And it's not that Aaron is perfect. He's just something you have not encountered. And as a woman who has experienced hurt and pain and disappointment, it's almost easier to put something in something that is faulty and familiar than opening up yourself to something new. But I think for me, Karen is a prime example of what there is a blessing on the other side of that healing. And sometimes even in your healing journey, you meet your person. And I have always respected the character because she didn't lead him on, meaning she didn't jump into a relationship with him. It was never that. And so I just really loved how everything really came together for them. And it's just been beautiful to watch. Like, honestly, I know people give us a lot of flack for the praises that we give Karen, but ultimately she has shown this is how progression really is. This is what a journey really looks like. Is not linear. You're not gonna always say the right things, make the right decisions. And honestly, as I talked to a lot of people throughout this week, a lot of people just have an issue with Karen because they don't like how she treated or talked to Fatima. That's it. And that's all you got. I need something legitimate as to why you really don't like this person. But I think that when it comes to from season 1 to season 9, there is nobody on this show that has had the journey that Karen has, that has suffered the losses and just the horrific experiences that she's had. So I am overjoyed that this character is in this space to receive genuine love. Marry your man, girl. And I'm happy.
Period. I want to go back to you were talking, about you not. It was hard for her in registering Aaron's presence because she hadn't seen or encountered a man like him before, and this is just one piece of what is so beautiful about Karen's story, and again, what has like endeared me to her because I get what that feels like, and I'm gonna be honest about getting what that feels like. And now I'm in a season of like believing and trusting and surrendering to God for a man that I have not seen because I have an idea of who the hell my partner's going to be, and I ain't settling, and I'm holding out for that. So that to me is a whole journey in and of itself, and it's like she was able to actually the man presented himself and then she had to get herself together and make peace with like this is what this looks like. But I think that this is a great model for even that, and that part is a journey. And bad writing aside, poor execution aside, rush storylines aside, that to me has always been the the one thing about sisters that's kind of kept me there, because as we are, digesting the stories that they put on screen with these four women, it's supposed to mirror the lives of Black women navigating America and love and life and all that in America. And this is a part of it. Like, you're supposed to be processing, what does this mean for you? So, and thinking about you even bringing up like the start of Aaron and Karen, she could not even fathom a man like this because she had not experienced it before. How many things have you turned your back on or you didn't believe to be real, even though it was standing right in front of you, because you have never experienced it before? And to take it a step further and to dig a little bit deeper, because Erica's a deep thinker and y'all ass is just going to deal. We have been conditioned to find comfort in chaos. Period. Like, when you could take that all the way back to damn slavery, and then that starts to mirror itself in other experiences that you might have, whether it's love, whether it's family, like the people who you know, there's people now who are cutting off family members or going no contact because of toxicity and all of this. But more often than not, you just stay there. You just take the constant disrespect and the dismissal from this person because this is this person and this is what I'm supposed to do. It takes a lot of bravery. It takes a lot of honesty. It takes confidence. Confidence that you are not necessarily given at birth. And we are not necessarily, as Black people, conditioned or normalized into having. So even looking at Karen now, and to your point of like how confident that she's navigating, and she's saying that this is about our family and not necessarily about them girls or whatever the hell's going on. This is about us moving forward. She's at a whole different confidence level now, which also tracks in reference to authenticity of her evolution and her growth. Because when you're operating without confidence, when you're operating with insecurities, you are also more likely to accept bullshit. You more likely to accept the pickle juice because you think that's all that you can actually have. And now it's like, oh no, I ain't accepting the pickle juice no more. I just said a bunch of things, but all of that is coming to mind. And again, this is the thing that's like anchoring me to sisters. This is one of the reasons why I can't quit it. Even though if Aaron and Karen is out of here, if Aaron and Karen is out of here, I'm out of here. But one of the things that has kept me with sisters is like being able to like process that and being able to also affirm myself and like going back and being able to register certain seasons of my life and seeing things. And I'm sorry, I'm not like many of y'all because I also am staying 10 toes down. Most of y'all hate Karen because you also have lived a Karen life and you're still ashamed of it. You still penalizing yourself for it. You haven't forgiven yourself for the things that you made, the mistakes that you made, the people that you've loved that you maybe shouldn't have loved, and maybe I have made peace with it. I'll tell you in a heart attack that I love the hell out of my Zach. He loved me as best he could, and it was never enough. And you know what? I did what I did. I learned what I learned. I haven't done it again. Anywho, I said a lot of stuff. Sorry.
It was a lot of stuff, but it was needed because I think that Karen is it is interesting because when I first started watching Sisters, and I've been watching from the very beginning, she just always stuck out to me. Like there was just something about her from the first episode that just really I connected with that character that stuck out to me because we knew that eventually Karen wanted to have a family. Like she wanted that. She wanted that with Zach, but it was a lot that came with him.
Yep.
And I just remember the conversation that Karen and Aaron had in the car when outside the grocery store. And when he got in, I said, "This is what she gonna end up." And I think I've shared that a few times. I have been waiting a long time because I knew from the second episode this was gonna be the guy. Didn't know the journey, but I knew this was gonna be who Karen would spend her life with. Or he would be her end game. Yeah. And as I was watching tonight's episode, I just had so many flashbacks of like Zach and Fatima. I had so many flashbacks of, which was really funny, when they were in the juice bar and Fatima was talking to Rich about you sound like you really love Sabrina. I said, baby, not her giving him the same
Ellie, it's the I have
she
to
gave
give it to
today.
Rich. She specifically said, I have to give it to you, Rich. You have to give what? Hands and feet? Because I know it ain't credit. I know it ain't respect. I know it ain't understanding. I know it ain't no damn grace. You gotta give what to a narcissistic ass bald-headed cheater? What you gotta give to him, Fatima? What the hell is it that you got to give to him? Meanwhile, if it was Zach all up in some goofy ass girl's cookies in a stupid ass smoothie shop, you would be shooting up everybody. Everybody would have bullet holes in their asses, but you want to give it to Rich.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
But no, I'm glad you brought that out. Because when Fatima was speaking, I said, this sounds like the same speech that she gave to Zach in the car when she was taking him to the hotel to go see Karen. It was like, that's who this is. And that's why, for y'all who have been watching me for a long time, y'all know I ain't never been on the Fatima train. Because I'm like, baby, I see all through you. I'm like, this is, so when Erica and I talk about journey and we talk about the maturation of a character or a character showing progression, that it solidified to me tonight. I said, this is the same Fatima that had sex with Zach 12 hours after she met him back in season 2. Because how can you give Rich That type of speech with how you love Sabrina, you don't even know what the hell this man did. When you was in the car with Zach, well, it might be over for her, but it's not over for you. You had no idea what Karen had to endure with that man. Yet you had sex with him, and that's your business. But baby, he had to pull your name from his back pocket to even remember it. It'd be like those things that I be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, so I'm gonna need y'all to pump me brakes. But I really did feel like this was the same type of mindset of woman. So when I see that Fatima it sticks with Zach and do all of this stuff, when you hadn't learned the hard way, don't I want to tell anybody. Yes, you go through things in relationships, but it is not a prerequisite for you to go through heartache, for you to go through embarrassment, for you to experience struggle love, for there to be a pot of gold under your rainbow. And to me, when I was just looking at the three of them, I said they just all sound dumb as hell. I got it, Playboy. I got you. What's gonna get your girl back? You've never helped anyone, Zach. You've never helped anyone get their girl back. You tried it with Preston, but you ended up trying to hurt Danny in the process. Now you're supposed to be helping Rich, and the only reason you got Fatima, but the more Zach talks, the more Fatima appears to be dumb for being with him. Like that's really what it's given. I'm like, what you finna tell Rich? The fact that he is so smug and haughty that he thinks Sabrina is lonely. I can only imagine how lonely she must feel. What?
Okay, so Demetria says in the chat, I don't think Fatima is aware of what Rich did with Penelope. So if you're not aware, then why are you giving him credit? If you don't know what actually happened for the dissolution of their relationship, then what you giving him credit for? And I agree. Because I'm like, when would you have known? Who would have told you? Right. So cool. If she don't know, but that just strengthens my point. Why are you validating a goofy ass man who you have no idea what he actually did? You don't even text Sabrina like, girl, I'm at the smoothie shop right now. Are we cool with him? Because she's not no whole friend. Not a damn one of them. And Andi, your ass is included. She's none of y'all's friends until she damn needs you or until she wants to feel a part of something. Like maybe, yeah, she didn't know what happened, and that's more reason for you not to affirm this goofy ass man who stuck parts of him into parts of the town's trollop. And that's no shade to you, Demetria. Fatima pisses me off big bad. Big bad these days. Like, you are so right in reference to the lack of maturation and the lack of growth with this character. It is quite literally the same woman who was busting it wide open on her damn couch at the same talk. It's the pick me for me. Why are you still being a pick me? And then now you've been a pick me with another girl's man, and he's wrong. He's dead ass wrong. What you gonna say next? Well, Danny, you know you didn't really need that $10,000. You better go get your man back. She might as well say that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But y'all like that because Demetria, you are correct. She doesn't know of what the situation is, but it's almost like why would Fatima even speak out of turn with that situation? You have no idea, and like you said, if we really friends, it, it amazed me how she was just so willing to be an advocate for him when you don't know what happened. Like you just have no idea, and it almost makes me feel like because as you stated, these women are really not your friends. Like if we could be totally honest, you and Danny communicate because y'all messy on some levels, but when it comes to
secretly
facts, and so when it comes to Rich, my thing would be enough about Sabrina for them not to be together. Why wouldn't you question? Well, so what did you do?
Hello.
Because I think that is a Fatima an authentic question that Fatima would have. Well, Rich, what did you do? Why y'all not together? What you did to my girl or something like that? Not the big of him. What you mean? But then I'm like, she's with Zach. I don't expect much. I don't expect much. Well, what you want to do is not mess up at all, because my vast mess upness. I said, Zach, if you don't shut up, and she just over there smiling. Yeah, you had to learn the hard way. I said, I can't. What are we watching? And then this my thing with Zach too, and you used to make me laugh so much when you used to talk about how Zach would bring food to the law firm for Fatima didn't eat it.
Yes.
This woman is hungry, and you take her to go get a smoothie.
Speak about it, Ellie.
A smoothie.
Her stomach is growling. This is rumbling. You can audibly hear her stomach turning over on itself. And you take her to Rich's stank ass smoothie spot to satiate her hunger pains. That's y'all's king? Couldn't be me because Aaron would never.
Never. Aaron cooking.
And she gushing over it. Over here walking up to that stupid ass counter with them dry ass granola bars that's been sitting out for 40 days and 40 goddamn nights with no wrapper on them.
Said, first of all, you ain't gonna be starving my son. My son gonna be a football player and have shoulders like his daddy. Yeah, it's Jack Jr. And you take her to go get a smoothie. I said, I can't, like, it be stuff like that be sending me. I'm like, this woman is hungry. She's eating for two. And as he rightfully told her, and then you took her to go get a smoothie? Yeah, that sounds good. Make it two. I said, get them off my screen. Now. I said, baby, I
said, Zach said, you still here, aren't you? She puts up with anything.
Anything.
And that's y'all's queen.
Anything.
She takes anything. That you're just giving it out and she taking it, eating it up.
It don't matter. It don't matter. She has told Zach so many times, Zach, I'm not going nowhere. Zach, I'm not going, and you're not. And I respect that. You're not going anywhere regardless of what he does. So whatever I'm going to say about Fatima, that's just what it's going to be because she ain't going nowhere in spite of her dealing with this idiot. She's not going anywhere.
Never.
Case in point.
She's never leaving. She's never leaving. Even when she should. No.
Even when she should.
Child, I just saw your comment earlier because I got my breakdown for last week's episode up this morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I saw your comment and I appreciate you posting it. Because I went on this whole damn rant about the whole Gary having all of this to say specifically to Zatima and how it pissed me off. And we picked back up on that in this episode, which it provided a little bit more comedic beats in this one versus last episode. But do you want to touch on that since we weren't here last week and we did this the carryover?
Yeah, I want to touch on that because honestly, I do believe that Gary is being extremely sincere. Yeah. I really do. I believe he's being sincere. And even in your video, how you talked about it, this is what accountability looks like. He did not attempt to paint himself like, well, because, no, he took it. Yes, I was that and that and that. Like, this is, I was. And that could be a very hard place to be in. I know I've been in that place before where you made an offense, you've done something, and you have to listen to what that other person is saying to you. However you made them feel, it's not your place to interject. Yep. Let them get it off. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he really showed a level of maturity that I never thought I would see come from Gary Borders. Yeah. But it was just I do believe that him and Hayden definitely deserved a conversation, and Hayden definitely deserved to hear what Gary said. Yeah. When it came to Zach and Fatima, I'm just under the thing of, yes, he gave Zach back his money, and that's all that they deserved. Yeah. I wouldn't have even apologized to Fatima about my security because really? I'm a firm believer. I'm gonna tell you why. Because my thing is, I always say I have brothers. I don't believe in nobody. Don't put your hands on nobody because I don't think a man is. And I was having a conversation with a dude today, and he was like, "I'm sorry. I think any man that put his hands on a woman is a itchy." And I said, "Okay, I can respect it." I said, "But the way that anybody is wired, if a woman go off and knock the hell out of a man, he ain't thinking, oh, let me not hit her because she a girl. Oh, let me not hit her because she a woman." would hope they would do that,
The
but you
ones I
get
experienced,
somebody
that's what
just
they was doing, Allie. That's
but
what
that's
they
what
was
I'm saying.
doing.
But and some people do have the ability to have self control like that, and then there are just some that don't. Because I'm thinking, if you raise up on a man, and Gary know you carry a strap, you had a gun, or I mean, you had a knife or a blade to this man's neck. I wouldn't. I'm just saying, me
I mean, that
personally,
also
I
can
wouldn't have
happen.
apologized.
So
Yeah, like
okay,
I
so
wouldn't
with
have
that specific
apologized.
thing, because I'm here for the whole a man who hit a woman is a bitch. I'm of that camp too.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I also am not hypocritical, and I also was the bitch that put her hands on a man, and I didn't get
Mm-hmm.
my head knocked loose, and I have been grateful ever since.
Yeah,
I have been very much
yeah,
so grateful that that man did not knock my head between the washer and the dryer, because I kind of
yeah,
deserved it in that moment. I took a great goose bottle to a man. I did.
yeah.
I did.
And see, but you could be honest about it. You could say, I've done that before, and thank God he didn't put his hands on me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
Yeah.
retaliate. He didn't do that. And then there are some men, like I know one dude, like a girl knocked the hell out of him, and he just shook her a little bit, like because
I
he was
have been
like,
shook.
I
I
don't want
have
to
been
hit her.
shaken and stirred. I
Yeah,
have been
yeah,
shook, and I don't have
yeah.
no problem with that because also that it could be
Like,
worse.
it
It could be
could
worse.
be worse.
But
He was
to your
like,
point
I
with
don't
Zatima
want to hit her.
and Gary, there is additional animosity. I didn't love the bodyguard pushing her down, but there is an argument to be made of like, girl, you have held this man at gunpoint. You have put a knife to this man's neck. Like you have
Yeah,
multiple times. Like I have
yeah,
the one
yeah,
major transgression. No,
yeah,
the two major
yeah. Just look,
transgressions.
yeah. Yeah, and I wasn't. Let me be clear. I'm not happy that he put his hands on her,
But you wouldn't have to
but
apologize for it.
I wouldn't have apologized for it. No,
I can
I
see
wouldn't have
that. I can
apologized for
actually see
it.
that now.
But I definitely don't want to see no man putting his hands on a woman.
But his 12 step
And
is
then
forcing him to apologize. For him to be true to his full 12 step. That's why.
yes,
Got it.
yes, yes. So I feel like that's why I personally, without the 12 steps, I would have done it. I would have been like, Drew Hill, you gonna get 5 steps. I bumped them, bumped the rest of them. But I, the fact, and I do agree with what you said in your video. The things that Gary was saying to Zach and Fatima, I felt that should have been held for Andi and or Penelope if she ever wants to hear anything that Gary has to say. But him confessing his sins to Zach and Fatima, I don't believe him. Nigga, who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
Who cares if you believe him? Like my thing is, you're like the hypocrisy of Zach. How did you even get the money to give to Gary? We want to talk about that.
Ooh.
We want to talk about Fatima. I rolling Gary into Andy's apartment for $500 that she needed to pay all on her student loans, but all of a sudden Fatima is, she good, she don't need money. So what was your motive? Like I don't ever forget that. And now all of a sudden you have, as Fatima, you have stepped to this man so many times because you trying to protect Andi and I don't know, it's a little off to me, but I just I respected what he had to say. I just didn't respect who he was saying it to.
Same.
Because I just felt like the way Zach was looking, can I hit him? Can I hit him? I said, Gary, I want you to wipe the floor with his ass. Because
Please.
the Zach thinking you could just go around and hit people.
Yeah.
You wanted to hit Gary and you wanted to hit Hayden. You're in his house. Go somewhere. Like honestly, when I tell you Zach and Fatima as a couple, they be on my screen entirely too long. I don't care.
Way
They
too
have a whole
long.
show.
Way
The
too
stuff that they be, and
long.
they're not even doing nothing.
They're not doing anything. They're not growing. They're not funny. They're no longer cute. Like, ugh. I'm just watching
I
them like,
just,
okay, when can we move on? And then you in Hayden's house, they get most of the talk. Hayden gets Son in his own damn house. Like, give Chris Warren some more lines, goddammit, because quite literally, I am not amused.
no,
Sorry,
no,
I don't
no.
understand.
Girl. Sorry, we got to mute
Maybe,
this damn thing.
The mic's off.
but yeah, I agree. And I don't know, he was like, "What you trying to do? You down? You trying to get right with God?" And it was definitely
It was
comedic beat, but
giving
it was
that.
like it was
It's giving that,
funny.
Gary,
It was
because
funny, but that's what it was giving.
Gary, you're
Are
devil
you trying to
incarnate.
get
What is happening here?
right?
You're
You trying to make peace?
remorseful, making peace. Where's Ashton
Gary said,
Kutcher?
I have, because I'm getting punked. But he was like, I've faced death, more times than I would want. and you could definitely tell he was shaken from that situation with Jasmine. But it was just interesting because you literally pushed Penelope down and caused her to lose y'all baby, and
Yeah.
it didn't bother you at all. Like it didn't bother you in the least bit, and him making amends and doing what he needs to do. Okay, that's great, but what are we doing now? With
Yeah.
what you gonna do now? As far as with Gary, and it's sad because other than Karen, this man has made the most change. That's wild to me. That is absolutely wild.
The characters that make the most change are seemingly doing their exits. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so off. Like it's so sincere. Like the here, like I'm thinking about like the comparison of Gary talking to them and Karen's interaction with Aaron, and not that she's been hostile towards him in any way,
Yeah.
these past couple seasons, but it was just something you stated earlier about when you're always kind of like on a fence or defense and you're on guard, you don't really get to sit in your feminine energy, and
Yeah.
that's how we're seeing her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing to watch, and then like with Gary, he's always like you just wait like what is he about to do,
Mm-hmm.
and to know that there is no ulterior motive behind what he's gaining nothing as far as like monetarily and
Yeah.
things of that nature, but it's to have a clear conscience about I know I was this person and I'm sincerely apologetic for the things that I did and the hurt that I caused, but moving forward this is just where I am, and the fact that it was written for him to try to convince Zach of that. But as he stated, I didn't come here for your forgiveness. I was so happy he said that because I'm like, where we going with this, Gary? I need you to stand up,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hold them balls a little bit because I didn't come here for that with you. I didn't
Yeah.
even come here to talk to you. I came here to talk to Hayden. You just happened to pop up. And then can I hit him? No, baby, let's try not to go to jail tonight. Get the hell out of this man's house. Please.
I'm so disappointed with Fatima's character. She has so much promise at the beginning. Standards, goals. Anyway, um, even the little moment of them in the car after they leave Hayden's house before they make it to the smoothie shop because Fatima's famished and a smoothie's gonna do it. That even that was just so unnecessary. And I made a point in my last video. If y'all haven't checked it out, I did post a breakdown for last week's episode. And I took a good amount of time to talk about how I feel like the repositioning of characters is happening behind the scenes. If Karen is taking her exit, I think that either they're sliding Crystal into Ebony's spot or they have already prioritized the Fatima character up either right below Andi or above Andi, in reference to rankings. Um, and now that I've said that, and I truly believe that, all of this is just to me further affirmation of that. Because did we need that car scene?
No. I ain't gonna lie to you. After the first 10 seconds, I fast forward.
Mm, I'm
I
excited.
because honestly, I don't even know I know that she was hungry and things of that nature, but I don't even know what they talked about because in my mind, we literally just spent this time in Hayden's apartment or in his house, and now we see y'all in the car for y'all to go to Rich's, smoothie shop.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we need that? That was just a pointless. It could have been added to something else, to someone else. Hell, you could have gave that look. They could have gave that time to Sabrina because all
Hello.
she was just gonna get hunched on, like to get hunched on and present some pills to her to take. Like y'all could have gave that to Sabrina. I don't like that be the stuff that be pissing me off because it just doesn't make sense. Like it's okay, you don't have to center them every episode. Being at Hayden's, being in the smoothie shop was all the time that they actually needed. We didn't need nothing else from them. But no, we no
We got a little extra just
no.
because this is a Team 2.0 show. Let's talk about Sabrina. Because
No.
while we are dishing out all of these damn minutes, all of this screen time for Zatima, we are floundering in reference to what the hell we're going to do with the actual sisters. So Sabrina gets a jump off, a sneaky link, if you will, because her being thwarted by this stupid ass relationship with Rich that she was never supposed to be in to begin with got her all discombobulated and just wants her to be getting her back cracked and an itch scratch. Okay, cool. She stumbles upon the person who could actually do that. It happens to be Danny's cousin. Okay, cool. Who lied about who he is, but you know what? You don't want a relationship, you don't want a romance, you don't want anything anyway. You only want the pink. So okay, cool. And now we can't even have her navigate that because that's already outside of her comfort zone. That's already outside of her wheelhouse, which they actually exemplify beautifully. And like her initially starting off with the wine and then switching over to tequila and like trying to come up with rules and do the little quirky Sabrina but we gotta also add insult to injury or additional conflict because we, I guess, don't trust the story that we have set for Sabrina because now he's bringing drugs. Drugs. Drugs, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What is it that y'all are trying to do with Sabrina Hollis?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't think they know. Because it's one thing, like you said, it's one thing to get your back practice where there ain't no strings attached and, you know, y'all are two consenting adults and you made that decision. Now homeboy comes over with pills. For what? Because it would have been this is just
Hello?
me.
Y'all already have great sexual chemistry. It seems to be perfectly fine. So it's not that you need some Viagra. It's not that you actually need some Molly. She's not like, what are you now randomly offering drugs for? You got what you came here for.
Yes. Yeah, that was just a shock to the system for me. Because I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know what I would do. Because I was trying to think, had I ever been offered like drugs before a sexual encounter, and I've never experienced that.
He would be getting the hell
And
out of my
honestly,
house.
that is a one-way ticket out my house, out my life, baby. Pretend like you don't even know who the hell I am if you ever see me again. Because what you mean you bought drugs over here?
And if you started stepping before you even leave my house when I'm trying to get you out, I'm calling the police. Because one way, by hook or crook, your ass is going. Drugs? And this is not me trying to shame drug addicts. Y'all's journey is y'all's journey, but that's not for me. Okay?
Right.
Similarly, you pull out a cigarette in front of me and you think you're going to kiss on me or do whatever, your ass got to go. The best that I could do for you is some weed and I don't need none. Sabrina doesn't even give that she wants drugs, so offering them to her doesn't even make no goddamn sense. That man needs to go. So then y'all also double down in Sabrina's passivity, double down in Sabrina's fake ass naivete because, girl, you're grown. You're pushing 40. I don't want to hear this shit. This man offers you drugs and you still sleep with him? He lied to you about who he is. That's already one thing you can get over because all you want is a pain. But now he's trying to push drugs on you. You said no once and then he doubles back in that same night trying to give you the drugs again. Girl, at this point, the third time is going to be the charm because the drugs is going to end up in your drink. And then now what? We got to read the red flags for them to get the blaring. But no, y'all not even taking Sabrina on this journey. Y'all gonna have Sabrina be dumb Diddy for this doofy ass man. She don't throw him out. She don't stand up for herself. Like, oh, what are y'all doing? It's so, like you said, Ellie, it's a shock to the system, but then also it's a shock to the system because we know that y'all not even gonna handle it appropriately. So what is the point? What are we trying to say with Sabrina Hollis?
Right. And then, now that we're talking about it, and y'all know I remember like 99.9% of the things that has happened on this show. Why y'all having men constantly bring drugs to Sabrina? When she had sex with Jacoby, what he did? Bought her a Ziploc bag of weed. Now y'all got this brother over here bringing her pills. What are y'all trying to say about Sabrina? I'm trying to understand that. Jacoby bought weed, Rock bought pills. What's next? Acid.
Mimi loves pizza. That's probably why Danny said stay away. Danny should have said more than stay away. If she knew that her damn cousin is a pill pusher and or drug addict himself, she should have said way more than just stay away.
Yes. And my thing is, let's stay there. Because I feel, and that's another thing when I'm talking about friendship and sisterhood. If there was someone that I knew was trying to get at Erica, and I'm like, sis, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just letting you know. that he does have a bit of he has a problem. He pops pills every now and then. I'm just letting you know. You decide, but I'm just letting. It's a bad habit, and you might want to. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to get too deep with that. But you just yeah, girl, just stay away from him, baby. He pop pills, Erica.
Hello?
He pops pills. Okay, I'm letting you know, baby.
You're
He
the
pops
same one
pills.
who ragged on her ass for weeks, months, if you will, about Preston. So you will have to be damn specific when you are voting against somebody, Daniela King.
Yeah. You have a certain quality. Girl, I said, okay, and this is just me, right? So this is grown folk. This grown woman conversation. I've had a lot of sex in my life. A lot. And I have never, ever been a woman. I'm not gonna say I don't like toys. It's just never been an interest of mine. So I've never used a sex toy in my life.
Really?
I've never used a sex toy. I trust there have been
Friend?
some who have tried to talk me into it.
I fear you may be
But
missing out, friend.
I but I've never like been interested in that.
Okay.
And I remember so I was dating this dude and we just weren't compatible. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't we weren't in a committed relationship, but we weren't sexually compatible. and I was just like, and so I asked him, I said, do you know the last time that I had an orgasm? And so he was just like, the same look you just gave, like, no. I said, it was this morning, and I gave it to myself. I said, would you like to know the last time I had an orgasm with you? He, no facial expression. I said 3 months ago. If I want to, I can give myself some of the greatest
Oh,
orgasms
well
of
then
my
you
life.
good.
Yeah. But I'm just like, when I think about Sabrina, they're acting as if she is so gung ho that she needs. Now, don't get it. I just
Yeah.
prefer a warm body. That's just me. I've never been turned on by dildos, stuff like that. I prefer to have a man next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sabrina, you're not that down bad for
Yeah.
sex,
You're
sis.
not.
If you want to, and I'm an advocate for a woman, explore your own body. Know
Hello?
what turns you on. Know what makes you feel good. Know what you don't like. Know what you do. And to me, like those are conversations. Like even with Sabrina, you just trying to have a man basically just masturbate inside of you because you're not letting them know like because even in my whole phases, oh baby, this is gonna be a pleasurable experience for us both.
Hello?
I'm gonna tell you straight up what I'm not going to do, what I like. I remember like being in middle school and high school. Everybody this thing was getting fingered. Oh, don't think I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Don't do it. And I think what got me was, baby, I am big on looking at a man's hands. Can't stand dirty nails.
Oh,
You where you
child.
finna put them? Where
Where
you finna
you
put them?
where?
Cause not here. You're not gonna
Hello?
put them here. So I'm like, we like, no. But it's just like with her, even if she was going to own this moment in her life where she's gonna
Yeah.
be, explorative and things like that. Okay, let's do that. But I don't need her to be stupid in this moment and in this
Yeah.
season. I want to like be confident with this is what I want. When it's over, you need to go. Like if we don't have her, it's just Sabrina being Sabrina. Like what the hell y'all doing? It's just the fact that this man kept fanning these pills and she's acting like it's normal.
It's the Sabrina is a manager at maybe regional, but maybe also national branded bank. Um, well put together, has a visual identity and aesthetic, but y'all love the skirting lines of her actually having those standards. I don't understand that to save my life. If that's the case, she needs to be more of a hot mess in her damn life. Because how does a woman who has a visual aesthetic and how she wants to dress and how she wants to present herself, how she does her hair, how she does her makeup, how she speaks, she is very clear about so many things. But then when it comes to these men, now all of a sudden it's dumb diddy. She has no goddamn standards. And I'm saying no standards because she's just so willing to try all of these things pushing 40. To your point, She's not hard up for sex and has not been hard up for sex. What is it about Rich sliding his little raggedy ass peen into Penelope that's now sending you into this random asshole phase when you could literally be exploring yourself? So the next time that you do lay down with a man, you can communicate what exactly that you need and what the hell it is that you want. To Allie's point. And that in and of itself will be a story to tell, but y'all want to give her this randomness constantly. Y'all constantly throwing randomness after randomness at her. And if it's not the man, the goofy ass man that lied on a dating profile about being a doctor who's not really, is really Danny's damn cousin, and now he's trying to push perks on her ass, it's Dominique coming back, and now all of a sudden throw the embryos away. What? Throw the embryos away? Have you lost your motherfucking mind?
Erica, I don't remember the last time I screamed at a preview. I said, okay, y'all doing something. But I was not expecting that. And I know we have been talking about, where is Dominique? What happened to Dominique? Like, every week I see that comment in the chat.
Stop asking these people, because Robin's going to come back on crack. This is what happens. When y'all ask these people that they have ushered away quietly, they say, you know what? Here, damn. We're going to give you Dominic, but we're going to make him completely different. He's going to do a whole 180 to who the hell you knew him to be. He is no longer going to be a listener. He's no longer going to be a little bit more passive and tender in his damn touch. He's going to come in aggressive. He's going to come in hot. He's going to want her to discard thousands of dollars worth of medical procedures and her future babies off the whim of him running behind some light-skinned, bald-headed hoe. I don't even know. I don't even know if she's bald-headed or not. But
I don't think she likes it. But
Dominic, please.
Oh my God. Y'all just gonna turn every good man bad?
Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Your turn. Your turn.
Yes. Yes. I was rooting for Dominique. I'm like, y'all really? And then when she, this is her. I said, baby, what is happening? What is happening right now?
Ellie, they doing it just cause as well. It's like, what?
That shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at weird.
They gave us a little
turn him.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, what you was going to take? I was going to jump to something else. So I think what you was about to say was going to be in my purpose.
They gave us the tiniest bit when it comes to Karen, and then ran amok with the rest of the episode.
And when I say a true muck, ran amok.
Not a half one.
Speaking of running amucks, Tony.
That's your boy. See, friend, I had a Just So Raven moment. I don't know if you noticed, but weeks ago when I told your ass it was time to get off the ship, that was my intuition saving my friend. Because these writers and that damn man, this is why you gotta have friends that ride for you. Something in the back of my neck said, no, it's time to let that thick ass man go. Mm-hmm.
I let him go. It be the thickness, y'all. I love me a good thicky man. I ain't gonna front. And I hate, and even though, and it's crazy because even though Tony is not a main character on the show, he has been one of my biggest disappointments. Because he's been one of my biggest disappointments because of how we were introduced to him. And he wasn't perfect or anything like that, but he was emotionally intelligent. He was a man who loves his children. He was serious about his work. He was almost like the glue of the Three Stooges. He was like the foundation of that. And the way in which they have completely turned this man. Now you got a gambling problem. You stole $10,000 from Danny and literally are trying to argue the fact that you borrowed it. I could not. Now, did I feel bad for Danny? I really did. I ain't gonna front. I didn't feel bad for her. But it was just the thing of you looking in my face. I know you stole my money. You know you stole my money. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that you borrowed my money because you have a gambling debt you needed to settle. And you have been gambling since college. But you do have a problem. You use my $10,000 to pay your child support. and to square off your baby, Danny gave him way more words than I ever would have. Way more words. Because I don't even, what are we talking about?
That's y'all's boy. I've been done with his ass. Been done. He was taking entirely too many liberties on the back of y'all in this relationship and or engaged, where there's no actual consideration, there's no actual conversation. You just making these sweeping, divisive ass decisions that affect me and my life, and that's not how the hell this works. This is the prime example of what I'm talking about. When you hand a man the keys to your life, even if you don't do it willingly, because he snatched them from Danny, and he's driving y'all's asses off a damn cliff. This is the prime example. What I will say though, Allie, is that I'm also not off these writers' ass, because where did the gambling addiction come from? Y'all are responsible as storytellers to plant the damn seeds. You cannot just be bringing from left field out of nowhere. There was never a seed of him having a gambling problem. And y'all could have been doing that from the jump. He could have been betting on his damn phone from the moment that we met him, and y'all couldn't even give us that. And now all of a sudden he has a gambling addiction that makes him betray this relationship so much that he's going to take money. But then also, since I'm on the writer's ass, let me stay there for a damn second and pull up the damn parking brake and park. Because what world Daniela King broke as hell, don't never had no food in her refrigerator, is only drinking and smoking to damn survive and living off of misery alone and the gumption of the negativity that is the life force that she's using and spewing out in this damn world. In what world did that girl come across $75,000? Her goddamn best friend convinces her not to keep all of it outside of the damn bank. So she has her 10,000s of it, and she takes a $10,000 envelope and just tosses that shit on the damn coffee table when she has never seen that amount of money at any given point at one time in her damn hand. How is that realistic in any goddamn way, shape, or form?
Just tossed it. Yeah, I don't want to have this type of money. I don't want to walk around with this kind of cash on me.
Why you got the bomb crashing on your damn couch, running up all your damn utilities? What? That is some writing shit if I've ever seen it. The gambling addiction that came out of nowhere, and the Danny just discarded $10,000 as if it was nothing. Both of those things are stupid ass writing choices and don't track for the characters that y'all gave us.
Yeah. Well, it was wild. It was wild to me. It was just wild. But I just wanted to touch on it because it happened in the episode. I ain't got much. That's all I had.
Either, honestly. It's wrong to steal, but I also, Danny can go to hell for me.
Yeah.
Andi. We're going to keep it going in the interesting character ass choices that y'all are making. Because you mean to tell me that Andi can throw every last fit that she got, can get into a petty ass back and forth whole battle with Daniela King across the table, only to take said words reverberate in her head because Danny could possibly be right when Danny ain't got a pot to piss in and barely got a goddamn window to throw it out of. So much so that now you're thinking about which damn pajamas you're gonna put on. Actual pajamas or lingerie pajamas, which is a visual representation of, am I gonna sleep with him or am I not gonna sleep with him? Because that now all of a sudden is the pervasive thought. Meanwhile, you have not led with Dr. Vaughn being an overly sexual man with this girl from the very beginning. Again, y'all are pulling this out of nowhere because now all of a sudden he can't have a conversation with her because he ain't getting in her drawers? The same man who advocated and saved Karen's life and one of her damn babies? The same man who turned on his damn colleague who's been doing goofy ass shit to black women for God knows how long? The same man that just brought her coffee for a goddamn kiss and just slowly progress forward and have a conversation, now all of a sudden is just itching to run out of her damn penthouse because I ain't getting no coochie? You writers have lost your damn mind, and when you find it, then you call me.
Yes to everything that you just said. Baby, I said, baby, why did Dr. Vaughn pull something that a lot of women do when we trying to get the hell out of Dodge? Oh, yeah, I got an early class tomorrow. Oh, and I got a meeting at 7. I mean, basically, you're boring me with your conversation. I only got one thing on my mind. Or I'm trying to get the hell up out of here because this is not what it is. He wanted to have sex. When did he ever present that?
When? He don't even talk about her body. There was no signs of him overtly sexualizing her and that being all that he sought. And yes, there are men who play the role very well, but y'all just no, the shit is coming out of nowhere. Y'all are bringing out of left field all over the damn place, and it's poor storytelling, it's rushed storytelling, it's poor ass execution. God bless the damn actors because they making the shit work and look kind of believable. But just knowing and sitting with the show for 9 seasons, it's just like, come on now. What about Andrea needs validation from Danni specifically? Why is this an issue? You know this to be true about Danni, and we gotta go back to Aaron, King Aaron, because what he say? It seems like Danni gives out this energy to all of y'all. She just rotates who she gives it to.
It's a rotation. Mm-hmm.
What Erica been telling y'all? Mm-hmm. What Erica been telling y'all? This energy that she gives Andi is what she was giving Karen, but she can't give it to Karen no more because Karen has hit a bottom that she don't want to kick her while she down that bad. She only want to kick a condom. Yes. Now that she lost a baby, she got to find some way to revert the damn energy. Aaron.
Yeah. He clocked it, and Karen was like, "Don't talk about my girl like that," but it is true. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like that, and it's so funny because he has been around for so long, but this is the first time he's ever said anything like that. And I'm like, this is what it means when you having like that those type of conversations with your band in comparison to the things that Fatima and Zach talk about when it comes to these women. When it comes to these women, because I'm trying to figure out when Gary was like, you saved my life. Don't say that. Don't say that. You don't like that. I've been there, hit you with the jail. Don't tell me I saved your life, yo. Well, you did. You did. And I was trying to save Andi. You just happened to be there. I'm like, what is this? Like the thing, I didn't understand what was happening. Like in essence, you actually did save Gary's life. And I'm not understanding why. What's the problem with that? You don't even like Andi. Every other episode, you calling this girl a hoe. You calling them hoes. You don't know why you hang with them. Why you with them? But no, Andi is just so special to me.
Beneficial to you. You only like them when she's freeing your felon ass from some other felony. That's the only time you like Andi. When she's doing something for you or your goofy ass fiance. But Aaron likes her relationships as a whole because these very close relationships impact who she is as a damn woman. And he got to peep the scenery out to know what he needs to also add to what areas in which she's not actually being served and all of that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you were quite literally only peeping the scenery out to see how you can also take from her damn friends the way that you're taking from her ass.
Thanks.
And don't get me wrong, y'all in the chat talking about you glad they didn't go there. I'm glad they didn't go there either. My issue is not that Andi's having a discussion or having a reflection of should I sleep with him or should I not? Am I hoe or am I not? My issue is how they're handling the storytelling about it and what they're using to motivate her to get to this space. I think that Andi as a character could show growth if she was having this thought without being provoked and bullied by Daniela King, the other hoe of the damn show. Like, I think that she could have arrived at this point on her own. And if they was going to have Dr. Vaughn only want her cookies, then they could have did a better job of handling it so that we could get to this moment. My issues are solely storytellery and not, I wanted her to smash the damn doctor, because I don't. I quite literally would love for Andi to keep her cookies to her goddamn self.
Yeah. And I honestly think that if it would have came, like if her and Karen would have had a conversation, like, girl, Dr. Vaughn is coming over, and I think her conversations with Karen will be quite different now, being in the space that Karen is in. So if Karen would have dropped, some nuggets
to Sabrina.
Exactly. Even her.
Bullshit when they had her ask Sabrina, should I sleep with him? What?
I said
Sabrina, who wanted to be in her damn whole face, who took that geriatric ass man who couldn't get it up home, you gonna ask her? Andi, please.
These are the breaks. These are the damn breaks. Because I'm just like, when she asked her that, I said, I'm sorry. I rewinded it because I know I have these moments watching sisters. I know I didn't hear what I think I just heard. Let me rewind this. Oh, I actually did hear that. She actually did ask Sabrina, of all people, do you think I should sleep with Dr. Vaughn? I'm sorry, Andi. When does Sabrina have any say so over your body? And then you're allowing the things that Danni, of all people, has said to you. Because what did she say? Danni had a train station of a bed over there? That was
Choo
a good line,
choo.
by the way. 'Cause I did
Hello.
choo choo. I did love it. I chuckled. I thought it was funny because it was facts. But it's just like this woman has a rotating door, revolving door, and my thing is, like you said, I'm so glad that Andi did not do that because I really do want her to not lead with that anymore. We've seen her do that, and so that's why again when we talk about journeys, each Danni, Sabrina, and Andi literally, and I think it looked like they were trying to do that with the character of Andi, and I want them to continue because I do feel like we have seen these women do the same things over and over and over again, and nothing is happening with them. You know, and it's like at some point things just have to change.
Yeah.
Like automatic, I knew the moment that Danni threw Tony out of her house that Officer Green was gonna be calling her phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a given. Like one man out the door. Oh, we gotta make sure she in something else. Why did he need to call her that night? Y'all couldn't wait till the next episode
After he had
or
ran down
two.
on Andy's ass, and he's short. Let me stop. The short king's gonna get mad. This man is not even visually. He doesn't meet the damn standard to be shaking or stirring any of these damn ladies. Like y'all are really trying to make fetch happen. I need you to stop.
They really are. And I'm gonna be absolutely disgusted if they allow both of these women to have sex with him. I hope it doesn't get that far. I hope they're not. You know, I can see Danni probably doing it because she's hurt. I get. We gotta
Is she
stop with this
though?
hurt sex.
Is Danny hurt?
I
See,
mean,
I
we
come run
gotta
it
stop
back. You
it.
don't even like Tony. You like the idea of
And
being in a
don't.
stable relationship and looking normal to your friends because you have never been able to really do that with a black man. That's what you like. You don't even like Tony.
At all.
When you like and or love somebody who is downtrodden and doing the goofy, you do the shit that Karen did. Carry his ass for way too damn long. Make excuses for this and that. What you have been doing is showing that you barely enjoy the damn sex, and then when he brought the lube, that was a damn deal breaker for you right then and there. There was never no love and or real life there, Bookie Butt. I will venture to question now if you was even experiencing any type of real orgasms with the sex, because girl, nobody's gonna convince me that Danny really liked Tony. She liked the idea of Tony.
I think she liked the idea of Tony. I think that she also liked the idea. I'm trying to remember the proximity of time when 'cause I don't think Karen was with anybody, but no, she wasn't. Karen wasn't with Aaron. I think it was the moment where he wasn't on the show at that time when Danny began her relationship with Tony. And I think she loved to hold that over. Like, I'm the one in the relationship now. I'm the one that has a man, that loves me and cares for me more so. I'm not there, but at least I have something that you don't. Kind of like, in a sense. But as you said, nothing can convince me that Danny was actually in this thing with Tony like that. I don't believe it because she didn't show it. Like, it was nothing about their union that gave that. I really believe she wanted him to go to Alaska and get the hell away from her. Literally.
I agree.
But you decided to stay. I wouldn't stay for her.
She's here for the drama of it all. So we're now having a conversation with Andi about if she's going to be sleeping with this man, if she's still going to be interested in Dr. Vaughn. So you mean to tell me because Dr. Vaughn left, now we're going to walk her down the road of like, okay, I'm not interested because I don't want to have sex, but I don't want to communicate that. When she quite literally could communicate that instead of trying to shove that cold ass tea down his damn throats. Yeah. But then we follow up with the damn mama who was supposed to be staying at the auntie house, but she over here with her spend a night bag. I feel like they're fumbling the mama at this point. I like the introduction, but also like what they're using her for. Like, y'all they gotta tighten up. Golly, you have the material.
It's right there. I always say when it comes to sisters, the writers know how to get the passengers in the plane. They know how to give the instructions on how to buckle up if the plane go down. The pilot knows how to get the plane off the ground and in the air. But baby, they crash that mug every time it's time to land. Almost every storyline when it's time to land, they don't get it right. Like, I'm so shocked with this Karen and Aaron thing. I ain't gonna front. Because they have a tendency to not land the plane right.
Yeah.
They just don't. When I saw that mom, I said, "Here we go.
Here we go. And then she just gonna double down
Here,
in. I'm
here we go."
surprised I ain't see. You don't even talk to your daughter, so how do you know that she's even still a hoe? How? I really
I
just
don't
can't
know she's
blame her.
still up.
You don't
Okay.
know that. Damn.
That is funny.
What else, y'all? What else have we
That's
talked about?
funny.
Everything? Yeah.
I think we have. Do
I feel
y'all
like it's
have any
something that we
questions
missing.
in the
Yeah,
chat?
please let
I feel like that too.
the
I'm
viewers
trying to
know.
like play it back. I'm like, I feel like we missing something.
The proposal, we ain't talk about that in any length. We just touched on
Um,
it.
I thought it was beautiful. I did see some things because there was a lot of it was speculation. Based on the preview that we saw last week, we really didn't know, but by Karen's response, we were like, oh, is Aaron proposing? And there were a lot of people, well, why are you proposing to her in her house and things like that? And I just want to, give this words of wisdom, piece of advice. Just allowing social media to make you believe that every proposal has to be extravagant. I know me personally, I don't want one. I want something that is private, that is personal. I already told people that when I get married, people are gonna be pissed, and that's okay, because I'm not having a huge wedding. It's gonna be me, my man, my mother, his parents, and that's it. I'll have and the pastor. I'll have a reception afterwards. We'll have like a nice reception. We go, enjoy each other's company and everything like that. But for me, when it comes to marriage, I think that it's such a sacred union. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. For those who want to have a huge wedding, extravagant wedding, I think that's fine. For me, it's just about the commitment that I am making to my man and the commitment that I'm making to God for us to honor each other and for God to be the foundation and the center of our union. Like that's what it means to me. And I think sometimes people get so because there's this thing that they're pushing for a Zatima wedding. But they want it to be huge and extravagant and all of this stuff like that. And my thing is, what's the purpose of having that? Look what she dealing with. It's jacked up. It's jacked up.
Baby, I
And
hear
it's like,
you,
people don't care.
I hear you. My people better be lucky. They're gonna be lucky if they get a wedding out of my ass, because the way I have already said, it's gonna take one thing. People like to show they ass babies, weddings, and funerals. The planning of the wedding, it's going to take one time. And I mean it. I don't give a damn who it is. It's going to take one time, and Erica will be eloping, because I'm not putting up with nobody. I will whoop your ass, cut you out of my life, and go elope, because I'm not with it. I'm not. I'm not. The stuff that I have seen with friends and family and at weddings and all of this, I wish the hell y'all would try that shit with me. I wish the hell you would. So I don't even blame you for wanting to keep it going ahead, keep it small. You're right about the proposals can happen anywhere. It's about what's important in what is meaningful within their relationship. And then the relationship is the most important part. The wedding is a day. The marriage is supposed to be the rest of y'all's damn lives. Y'all asses need to prioritize correctly, and your asses is not prioritizing it correctly. But I'm going to go ahead and lead into my 3% toxic. Right now, yes, I am. I want a freaking Karen and Aaron wedding before I see us a team of one. It is a race down the damn altar, and baby, when I tell you I want them down at the courthouse tomorrow. Here, I want them at the courthouse tomorrow, Allie. I need them at the courthouse immediately. Immediately! Get y'all's asses down into that damn courthouse immediately. I don't give a damn about this proposal in her kitchen, and I don't give a damn about this courthouse ass wedding, because their marriage is the thing that's going to be built to last any damn way, and they have all of the things they need in their foundation to make it so, unlike y'all's phase. So now at this point, all we need to do is beat their asses down the aisle.
I ain't even gonna hold you. That has been the talk I've seen across the sisters platforms.
People want them to marry.
Yeah, they were saying, "Oh, I think Karen and Aaron gonna get married before Fatima and Zach." No, they not. You got them. No, it's a strong possibility. It is, and then you think about it. Look at the
I
jump.
am set for sisters life, Ellie. It don't matter what the
Yes,
hell y'all
yes.
do anymore. If y'all give me Aaron and Karen marrying in this beautiful ass, intimate ass moment down at the damn courthouse with a beautiful, nice old silk ass dress, a little sign on her head with the baby over there with her mama. If y'all give me that, I'm a happy girl. And all of the damn years of watching this show would have been worth it. And I will
And that's
forever
a fact.
in perpetuity be able to go, aha, to you hoes on the Zatima side. Because y'all been engaged for how long? How long? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I need it, Ellie. I need it. That's the only thing that I'm asking for. I don't even need y'all to make these other characters' stories make sense no more. The continuity be damn. Character development be damn. Evolution be damn. Get Karen and Aaron down the aisle immediately. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
And they got to happen because they got to do it before they leave, and they're leaving in a week.
I can't wait. I
said, baby, let me tell you something. I know we supposed to wait 6 weeks. I know we supposed to wait 6 weeks after I gave birth.
Child.
When I can't get my thoughts straight. When Aaron let her know about the job, and I love, she was like, "Oh my God, Aaron, I'm so happy for you." For us. So when do you interview? Oh baby, I got the job. Oh. So where are we gonna go? Like, we don't have a place. Don't worry about that. Cause there's some rentals. I got, baby, let me tell you something. It's something about a man. Baby, what? I don't have to. You got it. You took care of it.
She just had
this man said, "I want to."
He just needed the platform.
He just needed the platform. That man said, "I want to spend the rest of my life making you happy, baby." What? Yeah, you can. You can do that. You can do that. And I just love this. But I love this for any woman because when you in this space, you truly become a different person. Mm-hmm. When you are being loved properly and you have grown and you're continuing to grow. I love this for them. It also made me think about when they called Karen First Lady in the when they was out for the girls' night. I said Karen might really become a first lady, like for real deal. She might really become one. Actually. It would. It really would. And I just love, like, even, going back when she understood the importance of Aaron's faith and things like that, how even though they did end up having sex with and everything like that, I loved how she was intentional not to do anything with him. Like, no, I don't want to go this route. And I think for me, I love that because I've been on both sides of that point where, honestly, when I was living a life of celibacy, it wasn't even about God initially. It was like, I don't want to be this person anymore, and I need to make some changes in my life. And it started because of that. I wanted to make a promise or a vow to myself. Then it became more about God. And so I didn't have sex for a long time. And then when I ended that journey of celibacy, I met someone who was on a journey of celibacy himself. And I'm just like, well, now that I want to do something, he don't want to do that, or he want to do something, but he's practicing not doing anything. Yeah. And it's just like, I understand both sides and and the strength that it takes to not yield into your desires. And that's big on anybody. And I just respected it more about Karen because Karen was used to getting her back blown out. Hello. Like, she was accustomed to that. Offer was good peen, child. Good peen and probably a little tongue. That's about it. That's about it. But I don't know if Zach can eat her. He seems too damn selfish. Yeah, he went down on Karen in the first episode. Oh yeah, and then we did see him go down on Fatima. I mean, but do you think that he's a good eater, like an immaculate one, or is he just proficient? I think he probably just proficient. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Zach is one of them. I think he's just proficient. This is the vibe I get from Zach. The vow, this is not about you, okay? It's about your character. Zach just strikes me as a type of man, like, He's almost everything about as long as he busts a nut, he think he's squeezing a woman.
Yep.
He doesn't give the vibes of even if I like. He just doesn't give. I'm here to please you.
Mm-hmm.
He just gives. I want to get my rocks off, and you better hope you get yours too.
I agree.
Like within that time, I think about the time when on Zatima when Fatima was saying that she was raw. I never forget that woman walked in the house. This man didn't even say, "Hey, baby, how was your day?" He grabbed her hand and started to walk her upstairs.
Yeah.
You didn't even say, "Hey." That's what she bought him that toy. But I'm just like, yeah, he just doesn't give me those. He doesn't give me those vibes. And I think I'm one of those people that also believes that when you love someone, it intensifies the sexual feeling. I don't think it may not even be good, but because you love them, it makes it good. So he just don't. He just gives them vibes to me. Like Zach just really made me think of somebody who just rough. You get a couple pumps in and you done. Like he gives
got a
me
big
those
dick
vibes.
and just is coasting.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Coasting on the girth
Yeah.
of it all.
Yeah.
They are asking, what do we think that Zach is going to do when he finds out about the proposal? Show his ass.
The first thought that came to my mind is him talking to Fatima and asking her why you think she's doing this.
Ooh.
That's the first thing I thought.
I feel like he would ask
And
Karen that first,
Mike.
and then Karen, and somehow Fatima's going to find out about it. Or maybe he goes to Danni, who don't even know what happened. Because she been hiding her own damn engagement. I just know he's going to show his ass. I think he's going to show that he's still in love with this girl. I think that he's going to give y'all another reason, or not y'all, because you don't ever want to question. Their fans don't ever question their relationship, or specifically how Fatima is regarded in said relationship. But all of the sensible ass folks, he's going to give another reason for people to question his loyalty within the bond that is Fatima.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to have a response. He's definitely going to have a response and a reaction to the news. Because not only is she engaged, not only is she, getting married, she has this new baby, she's leaving. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot coming with that. And I think that it is going to affect him, in a very specific way that that he might try to hide. Oh, I don't know, but I know it's going to affect him in a way. And I am interested. I would be so happy if Zach surprises me with his response. I really would love to see that, but I don't trust it.
I'm saving up all my hope, prayers, and grace for the damn Karen wedding, so I don't have no more Zach gonna surprise me or even space the hope. I'm assuming the worst. I'm expecting the worst, and that's the only thing I'm thinking about with him is the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Allie can keep hope alive for us both. They also asked what do we think that they're gonna do with Andi and Dr. Vaughn? I feel like they fumbling in this storyline.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company.
Is
They're
it
one of
bad that I
America's
don't
largest
care?
financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation.
Over here. Okay, sorry about that. You said you don't care. I don't care either. But I also feel like the way that they introduced it is just like they just maybe gonna double down into maybe Andi gonna decide to be celibate, and then he gonna have to make a choice. But she also still wants his help, and they gonna have it be fumbly where it look like he's saying he ain't gonna help if he ain't getting the cookies or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. Somebody also said that the guy who plays Dr. Vaughn is a good actor. He's on another show. He's also on The Gilded Age, and he was also on Harlem. He is a really talented actor. I enjoy him.
He's a great yes, loves him on Harlem. Loves him on Harlem.
Yeah. Zach will feel away, but try to joke it off. You think that Zach is going to joke it off? I think that'd be the That would be Zach-like, but that would be the easiest thing for him to do. And I doubt that he's going to do that because he tends to choose the hard rule often. What do you think about Sabrina's pseudo baby daddy drama? I think that Sabrina needs to stand her goddamn ground and she ain't getting rid of nothing and block Dominique's ass and move on. Because ain't nobody even asking you to be the damn daddy. Okay? That's a part that's in the damn contract.
Thanks. That's how I feel about that.
Demetria says, I think they're going to put Danni and Andi with Officer Green. He's a clown. A clown?
I'm hoping they don't. I don't like, and I will say this, like, I'm not a fan of men or women that, one, you're trash because you are purposely trying to date friends. They don't know what you're doing, but you clearly know what you're doing.
And saying the same thing to them separately, so we already know what you want.
Literally
using the exact same lines, and these are two very different women.
Those and Officer Green, I think after a while, when you really experience hold'em culture, you can clearly see what type of man he probably is in bed. Officer Green is going to be a horrible lady. Horrible. He fine. Got a nice body. To me, he's fine.
He looks
got a nice body.
5'5". I just can't.
5'5" for brown eye, and he caramel complected.
That's for a woman, Allie.
I know, but I'm just saying, he fit the description. I think he's attractive. However, he just gives me like a dude that probably wasn't getting none in high school and college, and he buffed up and became a police officer. So now you have a level of authority you think you walk around with. Because the fact of, I don't care that you got a man, I don't care. It's like, what? So you don't even respect.
He gives me great value, Hayden.
I can see that.
Chris Warren is fine.
I think Chris is fine as well.
This man wishes he was Chris Warren. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
He fine.
They the same fine, Ellie?
I think he has more of a body than Chris, but
that's the pads, Ellie. The pads are lying to your ass. Because his body, he is a little bit more solid, but it doesn't give muscle. It doesn't give for me, he's like a light-skinned turd.
His talk game is trash. I think that would be like the biggest turnoff for me because I love a man that even if I don't even give you none, at least make me want to give it to you. He doesn't even give, I make you wanna. Like, you're not Usher. You ain't making me want to do nothing. You ain't making me want to do nothing. I'm so stupid. I was going to go meal prep, realize I didn't have any groceries in my house.
Throat, sir. No. I don't find nothing about that man attractive at all. That's crazy. Nothing.
I said, see, that would have turned me out already. I was going to go meal prep, realize I didn't have any groceries in my house. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
What do you think about how Dr. Vaughn reacted when Andi brought up the case? I think the writers are rushing some bullshit. But if I'm just focusing on that story, I guess it's supposed to say that he really just wants to have sex with Andi. But also, I do think that there can be some credence given to, you just delivered 9 babies today from 6 different women. I do understand not actually wanting to talk about work. And especially when Andi leads off with that. she led off with, this is a date to talk about that. He's not shying away from actually having the conversations. And why don't you call him to your office to do that? You call him to your penthouse, and this is 9, 10 o'clock at night after a long-ass day. Y'all been checking in with each other throughout the day. Why in the hell? Why? And you're doing it randomly because you also met him with wine from the very beginning. Andi, please.
Yeah, and I always say, why did you even come, Dr. Vaughn? And this is my thing, because I understand you had a long day. You knew you weren't going to be much of a conversationalist. You knew you probably wasn't going to be there long because you weren't there you weren't there an hour. And it was the yawn for me. I think that's what's getting me is the yawn. Because I've done that before, and it seemed very fake. Even if it was supposed to be real, it came out very fake to me.
Fake.
And I'm just like, yeah, no, I've done that. That's one of my moves.
Allie, you was a nigga out here in these streets. You was a
girl. What was I? I was a whole nigga, whole one.
I actually have never
what
done that, but I've had that done.
Baby, I have yawned. I remember one time I had my homegirl to call me and pretend like I was like, I need you to, like, you trying to get an Academy Award, scream on this phone like it's an emergency. And I was like, I feel like I gotta go. My friend, I forgot what lie I said, like my friend was involved in something, whatever. I was like, I need to go to the hospital. I'm thinking any normal person would be like, okay, well, call me or text me something. I'd go with you. No, you're not.
That's a normal thing to say too, Allie. I could drive.
This was our first time chilling. It was our first time chilling with each other. Okay. No, you're not coming with no hospital. You're not coming with no hospital.
I thought it was somebody you were actually dating. Okay.
No, it was our first time chilling. And I said, no, you ain't coming with me. I was so bad out here in these streets, like, but I was very, whatever we were, that's what we were. It was never a chance for it to become more than that. We nighttime friends. We do grown people activities, and that's all we are. My home, but he wasn't my home, but we were school and everything. I had never seen him on campus until I started having sex with him, and like because I got other people out here too. They don't even know my business. Why are you trying to hug me? Oh no, sir. What? Because even though I'm being honest with everybody, why are you hugging me? We don't do that. We don't do that. Like we know what we do. Let's keep it like it is. Oh, and he was so smart. He was like, so one day he was like, so how many people you got on your team? I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, what? And he was like, how many people you got on your roster? I said, why do you need to know that? And he was like, well, I just need to know, like, if it's more than 3, if it's more than 5, if it's more than, like, how many you got?
Don't ask questions.
I said,
don't want the answers to, sir.
Baby, I said, that is a conversation that you and I would never have. How many people I'm dealing with is none of your business. All you need to know is that we're protected. I'm not having unprotected sex with anybody, and that's just what it is. I was like, I can go, I can leave. No. Oh, okay. Because what we talking about? I know I'm not the only woman you having sex with, and I get it. I don't care who you have. We ain't having unprotected sex. We ain't doing nothing oral, so ain't nothing touching nothing. What are we talking about? Nope.
Razia says, how you guys feel about Karen and Aaron is exactly how I feel about Andi and Robin. I feel like Robin could be Andy's Aaron. I don't want to dash anybody.
I don't want it for him. I don't want that for him.
That is hilarious because you going the Robin route, and like I'm like, and Robin isn't Aaron. But also, girl, if that's what you want to believe it, baby. If that's what you like, and that's what's holding. Listen here.
But I think I get what you're saying, and if I'm incorrect, let me know. I think that Robin is a different man that Andi has dealt with. Like, she hasn't had anyone like him.
Yes.
And so in that sense, I understand. I think the thing with Robin, and don't get me wrong, because there were definitely some very, tense times between Aaron and Karen. No, but with like there were some tense moments that they had. When it came to Andi, the way she was treating this man was like, it was wild. Like, for a good moment, the way she was treating Robin,
it was wild.
It was wild.
But then also, that's the tail end. But then in the beginning, how he was handling her was like she was just another basic ass jump off, not a future partner at this potential law firm. So also, like, there's stuff in Robin's court that I just could never put him in line with an Aaron type. Like, in most of that is like the writers just would never let him go there. He possibly could have been that. But like how they introduced him and then how they had him navigate Andi even the little sideways comments about Paris and Andi sleeping with him, like even with the conflict that Aaron and Karen experienced, to me, all of it still was in service of them being the people that they needed to be as their best selves for them moving forward, right? So much of the conflict that Andi experienced with Robin and also other men is just some other that don't actually add to nothing. It don't add to the conversation. It don't add to the relationship. It don't add to the character development. Y'all just had them doing just to be damn doing. So I just struggle with even putting Andi in Robin in the exact same category as Karen and Aaron because there's just not enough substance there. But what I will co-sign is that Robin has been the best man that Andi has experienced, and we deserved more time to see that and where that could go.
And
But
y'all know
also
he's always
y'all
saying,
because I don't actually think that any man on this damn show lives up to being Aaron. None of them can all of them pale in comparison to the man that Aaron is. So just keep that in mind.
And that's true. So y'all know I've always felt about Robin. Like when he came on the scene, like he was solely just trying to get into Andy's pants. Like that's just what it was. He didn't care that she was engaged. He didn't care about any of those things. He wanted to have sex with her. He had looked her up. He knew who she was. He knew that she was a good lawyer. But he had a one-track mind. And even with the threesome and everything like that, I never even viewed Robin as being someone that wanted to be in a relationship with Andi. I never viewed him that way. And then it's like you could tell when the writers were trying to change that narrative to like, no, he wants to be with her. He loves her. I'm like, love?
Where the hell that come from?
When did Keisha Cole enter the
things, right? They did give him the things to where they had like sacrificing at work, but it did not start off that way. Tam B says that Robin started off strong in the beginning. He did not start off strong for me. But also, hey, Aaron didn't start off strong for me either because I was going to hold that grudge until the kingdom came. Yeah, I was planning to hold that. That's why I married a white woman to Aaron. I was going to hold his ass to the fire until he just was so damn persistent and changed my mind.
Well, y'all know I've loved my baby from the very beginning. I've loved him from the very beginning. Robin didn't start off strong to me at all. The only person I would say that started off strong, in my opinion, when it came to Andi was Paris. And maybe Jordan.
I will not disagree, but the having her busted wide open on your mama's sofa is a choice.
You bone on your mama's couch? A choice that Andi made. Because I wish you would. I wish you would take me to your. Because my first inclination would have been, why did we go to the bedroom?
Do you not have a bed?
Why do we have? Did he not have a bed? Why are we having sex on the couch? That would have been my first thing. And I ain't saying couch sex ain't great, but couch sex on the first time, I ain't your girl. I can see me and my man have sex on the couch maybe, but this is my first time. You know, hey, we gotta get in when we get it in. If we don't make it no good pat, we make it by the couch. It's gonna get done on the couch.
Stayed in the car for all that. They could have had the sex in the car.
I prefer the couch over the car.
Waking up to his mama standing over you on the I would have rather just did it in the car. That is.
Now, if it was gonna be a quickie, we do it in a car and you take me home. Yeah, like that would have worked out. But there is no girl. I don't know. I got an experience like that. I was so embarrassed. I was in college. I was so embarrassed. It was in his room. But girl, I did not know. It was like I got up the next morning. His sister was there, her son, his nephew, his aunt, and his uncle. And they in the kitchen cooking breakfast. And it's like a family thing. The little boy runs in the room. The dude I'm messing with, sister come, and she was like, y'all know such and such got a girl in there. Oh my God. I gotta get out of this man's house. I was so embarrassed. As I'm literally the walk of damn shame. The aunt was like, baby, you want to get something to eat? No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am.
I'm
Oh baby,
good.
it's all right.
Nice to
No,
meet
and she was
y'all.
like, literally, she said his name, so back that baby up something to eat. I said, oh, I was so embarrassed. Oh my God. I was like,
Yeah, see, no,
no.
I would be embarrassed as well. So just leave my ass in the car if that's the case. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I am just so awkward and I would just die. Just
I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. He lived because they were older. Of course, his aunt and uncle, they were older people. And I was just like, I cannot believe, like, because it was like that Friday night. So I did wake up, Saturday morning there. And I was just like, oh my God. And then his sister, y'all know such and such got a girl in there? And the uncle was like, yeah, I know. I said, baby, what? I was so, the only time I've ever not been embarrassed was I had this huge crush on this dude. And so we ended up like linking up or whatever. And second best head I ever had in my life. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care how he got that good, but I'm glad he was that good. So when I got up the next day, I didn't know anybody else was in the house. So as I'm walking out of the house, his cousins are at the table and they are laughing.
not at the table, honey.
They're at the table, the kitchen, and they are laughing. And I was like,
What's funny?
this man had me feeling so good. I didn't care who, I was loud as hell. I don't care who heard me.
Oh,
That's why they was laughing.
oh God, Ellie. See,
That's why they was that's
leave
why
my
they was
ass in the
laughing.
car. This is why I said it. You said no to the car. Fuck that.
I'm like, so when we get outside, I'm like, you didn't tell me like your cousins was here. Like, I didn't even know they was in the house. But I was like, baby, I was done so lovely. I don't care who heard me. Baby, them neighbors could have heard me. They should have gave a standing ovation for what I experienced. I didn't care who heard me. I didn't care. I didn't care they was laughing. I didn't care who heard. I've only been embarrassed one time, and that was this dude with his aunt, his uncle, his sister, and his nephew. I'm like,
That's
your
how you
whole
know
damn
it was really
family
good,
is in the
Ellie.
kitchen.
You know it was good because your ass don't give a good goddamn.
I mean, girl, what? We running this back tomorrow. I didn't care. I don't care them. Let them know. Let them know.
They raised you well.
Oh my God, girl, you're a
Oh
freak. Yeah,
goodness.
I have some experiences, man. I definitely have some experiences. College was good to me.
I love that for you, friend.
I was something else, but yeah.
Um, happy birthday, Regia.
Happy birthday!
Girl, you gotta figure out
Happy
what you want to do.
birthday!
Do whatever it is that your heart damn desires today. It's about you. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
boo. Is that it, y'all? Cause I gotta go and I still gotta record videos. I owe y'all Reasonable Doubt. Another Reasonable Doubt come out today. Yes, everybody wish Regia a happy birthday. Come on, Scorpio. That's why you be so spicy in this chat. Um, I guess be on the lookout for the breakdowns. I actually recorded mine before this, so I do have to edit it and post it so y'all see it go up at some point tonight. Allie, anything that you want people to look out for?
Yes. So, I know some of my stuff will be coming out a little late. Y'all bear with me. Once all of this stuff is over, I am actually gonna do a video and explain to y'all like really what I have been experiencing health wise the past 3 years. It has been a struggle. Like it's been some stuff. But anyway, um I'm trying to do more sisters content. I also wanted to start something. You know how you go to somebody's house and be like, "Ooh, girl, what we eating?" Or, "Ooh, girl, what we watching?" So I wanted to start something like, "Ooh, what we watching?" Because we're in the holiday season and there are so many Christmas movies and so many things that are coming out that I just want to highlight. So like I'll talk about what's coming out and then after I watch it, I'll review it. And it's just certain shows too, like I don't if anybody for those who can, download Tubi or whatever. Kev on Stage has a show called Safe Space. When I tell you, if you just want to laugh, it ain't it ain't nothing serious. You just want to have a good time and just laugh your behind off. Go to Tubi, type in Safe Space. It is hilarious. You will be laughing throughout the 8 episodes. I loved it because I'm just like good black wholesome. It ain't wholesome, but good black content that just will have you laughing. That's just a good laugh. But that I just want to start highlighting more just more black related shows, and also my white shows too that I watched back in the day that I do want to talk about that seem to be making a resurgence now that Dawson's Creek is on Netflix. And people are starting to binge watch that again. And I'm like, I have the conversations that can be had around that show. But yes, I'm trying to do more stuff like that. And yeah.
Okay. Yes, we'll be on the lookout for that from Allie. I have been playing catch up. Oh shoot, sorry, you're frozen again, Allie. Lord have mercy on my spirit, this dang computer. Um, but I'm pretty much caught up. I just have to catch up with Reasonable Doubt. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. Like I said, my sister's video will be posted later on tonight because I did record it before I got on here. My Beyond Gates video from today is up because I'm caught up with it. And I'm already stressed. My word. Allie, did you watch today's episode?
Of Beyond the Gates?
Beyond the Gates, yeah.
No, girl, I didn't even finish yesterday. I didn't even finish yesterday's episode.
Oh, child. They had
so
a
I got to finish
today.
That. But I will be doing, I'm starting back to do my videos on that. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, for those who choose to listen to me, I know we gonna have different views. I was so happy that Evil got in the cat's ass. It's been long overdue for me.
We're gonna have to.
You're
gonna have to come up with one of my daggone Beyond the Gates lives so that we can do
I know.
Because
I know.
Is it long overdue, or should she be trying to give the grace that she's been asking for?
It's the first one. It's long overdue.
I don't believe she slept with the girl's man purposefully,
and he slept with her purposefully, and you took him back.
His ass is trash. That's already a given. Yeah. And you were more excited about reading her the riot act in front of him because you still want him.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was a thing I wish never would have happened between them two. I will say that. I wish that Eva and Tomas never had sex because, one, I wouldn't want Kat to be with him. And also, I think like what it showed me was all this time you really couldn't enjoy sex with him. He'd go and blow your sister back out, and now y'all are compatible sexually. Like, what the hell is that? What is that? So for me, it makes me feel that like with Kat, you're doing yourself more of an injustice because I don't believe you actually want this dude. You just don't want Eva to have him.
But she also, we gotta have this conversation. Let me know when you're available, friend, because we can have this conversation. There's a lot to unpack with that, and I would love to have this conversation with you because you will come with the same type of receipts that I will come with, so it will give me.
And you, yep. Yep.
We rarely find ourselves on opposite ends of things, but when we do, I think
I know, but this gonna be good.
Yeah.
This gonna be good. But I know people wanted us to do it. When Homecoming was on, they wanted us to do because I think I had a different perspective about Simone than you did, and it was like I would have to be in my inbox. I would have to go see like when they said it was like they was like you and Erica need to do a live. Yeah, they was like you and Erica need to do a live.
I about Homecoming never so.
No, because I used to be on your lives, and I had started doing reviews. I started super late in the last season, and they was like, "You and Erica need to do." I said, first of all, I said, what y'all looking for between me and Erica? It's not gonna happen. I said, now one, we can have opposite. You can have different differences of opinions. I said, but we gonna come with what we gonna come with. Like we gonna stand on what we gonna stand on. Yeah. But y'all trying to see two black women, we don't give that.
At all.
We don't give that. So I'm like, if that's what y'all want, that ain't gonna happen.
At all. So we'll figure that out. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout. I will probably do a Beyond the Gates live this Friday. I'm gonna work on that. I haven't done one in a couple weeks, and it's about time. And I missed all last week. I was late. So yeah, that's what y'all can expect from my channel. I'm also watching some new stuff, so that don't be surprised if some new stuff pops up. I'm watching All Her Fault on Peacock. Oh my god,
I've heard about it.
Oh my god. My only issue is that they dropped every episode all at once, and I'm just like, I just cannot process it like that. Like, it's just too much. That would have been a perfect show to do week to week, because it's like a whodunit. But I'm adjusting all of it, and it's just like, y'all gonna have to, I guess, get one long ass video from me, and I'm taking notes along the way, because I try to like watch it and then record, but then it's just too much, because it's like 8 or 10 episodes. It's too much. 8 to 10 hours of stuff.
So they dropped the whole season.
The whole damn season.
So they, oh man. Oh no, who done it?
It's wild. I also started watching Welcome to Derry, the It thing. I don't even watch the It movie, but I love Taylor Page and I want to support her. That first episode is amazing, but I'm 2 episodes behind. So I'm already in the thick of it with a new show. Anyway, new shows are coming to the channel, so support those, y'all. I know they said, Ellie, you need to be posting a damn House of Pain content. I saw somebody in the chat say,
I know,
where the hell is the House of Pain content?
I told them, girl, I didn't even know the show came back on. I'm late. They was like, yeah, it's 2 episodes behind. Oh, okay then. So that means I have to watch the episodes so that I can start doing the reviews. But yes, I will be back doing House of Pain.
Okay.
That I will.
All Black has a great show, you guys. What's the show called? Shell, you don't like
and
that at all?
Y'all.
Oh my word. We're going to have a conversation.
Oh yeah, and my Moesha content too. Yeah. I do like Cat. Now for me, I do like Cat, but yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. I'll be
Cat's
strongest soldier. I don't have a problem. I love putting these characters on my back and saying, get behind me. Even though I do think that she's wrong. Not the whole I have videos. I posted a video today and I was very clear, so y'all can see what I think there. And then
I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. What you about to say?
Oh, Shell was saying the love of Jason. This is the one thing I don't like about All Black, because I did definitely subscribe to their streaming service. All Black have some amazing shows, and all of them gets canceled. They never bring them back, besides Double Cross, and they're done with that. And I think they had about 4 or 5 seasons, but they had a really great show about this black female judge who, I believe she was schizophrenic, or she had mental illness, but she was a judge, and I absolutely loved the show. Never came back. And I'm like, that's the issue I have with it. That's why I want to highlight more black shows, because the shows are good. They just don't never come back for another season. They don't promote them. Like, I think All Black does a horrible job in the promotion department.
I gotta wait for it to come on TV. And I watch Double
Cross on Stars. Okay. Like, I think Double Cross has probably been like their biggest show, but it's like the other shows that they have on there, they don't promote those shows. It's a show on there called what is it called? Is it Cold and Windy? Something in Windy, and it's a rap group, but the story behind them is so good. I don't think they're coming back. I don't think they're coming back. It was a really good show, but yeah.
Okay, y'all. You can always drop your suggestions on what I should be watching, or what you think would be great, or what you want to suggest to somebody in the Discord, because we do got the what to watch next in the Discord. Again, thank y'all so much for joining us.
Y'all.
We missed y'all. I'm glad y'all missed us. I'm back. Posting contents. And we will see you next week for another episode of Our Sistas Keeper.
Good night. Yes, good night, y'all.
I gotta get that damn bubble bopping whatever